Hey, traders. Welcome to the stream. Happy Monday to you. No, happy Tuesday, right? Yeah, happy Tuesday. Yesterday was Memorial Day. And just another day of not much movement, right? Bitcoin and a lot of altcoins down 2% or so. Still off their lows. Still trying to find true direction. Bearish cipher into bullish cipher and rallying. I mean, you think if it just keeps rallying, 38,554 will be tested, maybe 39,855 after that. Yeah, man, not many. The daily doesn't really look good, really too much, or nor does the weekly. They're not really telling us anything, I mean, there are only a couple shreds of things that are okay, where like a supply line was broken on like total market cap. But you have not yet achieved higher highs, yet you have, it seems for now, made a higher low, but that still could just, if you make a lower high, most likely what will happen is you'll end up making a lower low than the previous candle low close at 33K. So, give me a decibel check, I guess. I know, I don't know about my mic, man. It's hopelessly quiet now, and I don't know why. All right, and all my microphone settings are set to all like the highest levels, so. Yeah, so that's Bitcoin. I mean, great stuff. A little rally, but it's very, very slow and not much movement. It's just not that great yet, man. You just can't be sold on Bitcoin right now. Sorry. Total looks a little bit more interesting, but not by too much, where you can clearly see we're between a major range near the top of that range, which is around 1.78 trillion. You did break potentially what could be considered a supply line, maybe, right, for now, until something changes. So that just means, yeah, like Bitcoin runs up to 38.5, nearly 40K again. You go up, you test this resistance once more. Maybe you break it this time. Maybe it's a low, maybe it's a second low that's a higher low than the previous low, and it rallies. And I think if it ever did break 1.78 trillion, you could have a really fast run up to 2.21 trillion. But at the same time, you run up, you test 1.78 trillion and fail one more time. I don't see why you wouldn't at least come down to 1.3 trillion, test that low back from late February, and potentially after that, $1 trillion total market cap. Where at one point recently, we were at a high of $2.59 trillion. The swings, man, are psycho on this market, okay? So just understand where you are. Really hard to be like, oh, extremely wonderful area to take action on a long. I think there's just more data that needs to be presented. We're working on it slowly, methodically. I do like total above the 200-day moving average, and I like it above 1.29 trillion for now. Okay, that's kind of it. Weekly candle closed a couple days ago on Bitcoin crypto, and you're still just last week you back tested all those resistances. What's going on?
Could you check out Fubo? Thanks.
What the? I know this app had an update, but dang, dude, that was freaky. I'm not used to that. Red lights flashing like that. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, well, look at that, Alex. Thanks for the 20, dude. Monk ass. So how can you really be that optimistic on the weekly until you get back above this area, this 42K area? You just can't be. You cannot be optimistic yet. You've had huge dumps on high volume and nothing after that. After the huge dumps on volume, you spent a week of regarding old resistance as resistance, and now you're just sitting there. So you got a lot of work to do before you can say that we're bullish again. And I mean, thresholds 42 to 44K, breaking it, back testing it, holding as support. It can't be bullish until then, not really. Okay, that just means there could be a lot more downside if this keeps up. I hope you had a good Memorial Day, for real. So Charizard.
What's up, Mr. Page? Can we look at Matic?
We'll look at Matic, man. Yeah, we'll look at it yesterday. It's all good. Thanks, man. Oh, yeah, and it's the first of the month, and we have new patrons who have joined. So I want to say thanks to them. We just got a new one right now as I'm speaking to you. So just like the new ones that joined, since the beginning, beginning of the month. Think Plus, Eric L, Wolf B, Mari, Charlie P, welcome back, dude. And just now, seconds ago, we have Sir Woods. Thank you all for joining Patreon for support the stream community, and it's where you're going to get trade setups, education, and access to a very exclusive, active community, all looking to find, value. The things I teach, everyone's looking for now, so that's it. D. Fremden, thank you, dude. I really appreciate it. All right. So we can go to a better looking asset where I feel far more confident on this asset no matter what, even if Bitcoin sells off more, because I know this asset will sell off too, but it won't be as bad. Ethereum, of course. Like, that's like the consensus, man, is like Ethereum is better than Bitcoin right now technically, and that won't change anytime soon. I mean, the data has to present itself for Bitcoin to become a better technical chart than Ethereum. Ethereum's wonderful. Ethereum's above 2,500 to 2,600, trying to break it. You're just at the congestion area. You just made a very strong higher low. Yes, you haven't made higher highs yet. The thing is, it's like you got like that same high from May 20th and May 26th. What could that be considered? You got sell wall at the same price, and you have accumulation at higher lows. So it could be an ascending triangle going on. Could be, right? And again, like the backup, right? What backs up the argument for maybe an ascending triangle is a supply line that was broken, a little 4-hour bump and run, as well as the ice line from history. An inflection point. You get above that, hold above it long enough, you are going to break 3K and possibly 3,500. But the eventual target on this asset, even if the trend has reversed and it's all over for bulls, it could still run up to make a deep retrace at 3850 to complete a complex structure, the XABCD, right? Where we'd have, or XABCD, where it'd be like a bearish cipher. Or it could be a bearish bat if you anchored XABC. It doesn't matter. They're the same pattern completion zone, 886, making even more confident to believe that is where eventually the asset could meander on up to. It could take weeks or even over a month, right, for it to get to those levels if it's going to play out. Bitcoin has to eventually run back up to like 43K, probably, for Ethereum to get to those points. But we'll see. We'll see. That's right. You can now transfer in your Dogecoin to Coinbase. Doge has caught bids off that. It was not much earlier, but it has manifested into a 15% markup today, where we can look here and we look and we listen.
Look here! Look, listen!
Back to critical areas, chat. It's Doge, man. Many wows, many additions to Coinbase or something. All right. Beautiful. Bullish Gartley. Multiple lows. Arguably a third low, and now here it is. You break 40. It's like a zone. It's a zone between 37 and 41 cents. This one looked good. It has not looked bad. It's looked better, way better than Bitcoin, way better than Bitcoin, and a lot of altcoins. And if it can ever break that, which it's very, very, you just don't know, man. It's all about the ifs. All I can do is point out what the major area of inflection is that must be broken. But if it did break, you're talking about upside that could take you to, at least see. Breaking the inflection point, you could see a 43% markup really fast, because there's just no historical data above that inflection point, right? The candle high close from April 20th.
Is that a joint?
I'm talking about, man, like every time we come here, it's not bad. It actually isn't that bad of a chart. It's crazy. Whoever the market participants are that bought this asset way back here from April 13th all the way to April 16th or whatever, they still own it. There's evidence of that based on the level of 23 cents that's never been able to be broken, not for real, and if it does, not for more than a few hours. So, still an absolutely stupendous looking chart. I can't even believe I'm saying it right. It's Doge. It's a joke. It's literally a joke. But so is GameStop. So is AMC. They're jokes too, but look at their charts. Technically beautiful. All we do is look at these charts, and it's like psychology is of buyers and sellers, right? And it's like, oh, well, they'll just consecutive higher lows after a big markup, and maybe the party's just begun. It's pretty wild, man. Pretty wild. So, they can be fundamental jokes, but they can be technical beasts. and that's what we're dealing with right now. In the past couple seconds, me talking.
Doge to 0.40 or AMC to 41st?
Oh, I don't know, dude. Speculative. Thank you, though. Appreciate it. I think probably Doge to 40 cents. But there you go, right? We're at the resistance that we failed to break when? May 25th. So this, I mean, I would say Doge. If you're like putting a gun in my head and making me pick, I'd say just Doge 40 cents first before AMC $40. Okay, whatever. Just because the vol, I don't know, they're both volatile. But this one's 24/7, right? So it's got that advantage of something winning a race. That doesn't really matter. Hey, Mel Guyzo and Whippy, thank y'all for joining the Patreon. Welcome back. Cheers. Really appreciate it.
Hey Mitch, can you please take a look at team progress check on an old trade setup?
Yeah, emerging markets got wrecked, you know, recently or whatever, like a lot of things. But yeah, we'll look at it. Dan, thanks for 20. Sure. Okay, so wow, Ethereum looks great, but Doge looks maybe even better. Small KNC popped today, 20% on nothing, right? Like, it just happens, man. You're always just going to get some random pop on a coin every day. Like, every day, there's just one random pump. And you can't say it wasn't at an area that made some sense. Like, really, it's just kind of like, well, dude, I mean, the asset got destroyed. I mean, went from a high point May 7th to its lowest point, lost 71% of its value in 2 weeks, right? It sold off, it rallied, it sold off again. What did it do? It made a higher low. This is what we're thinking on Ethereum. This is what we're thinking on multiple assets across this market, that we're showing that momentum shifting structure that I've been bringing up to you the past few days, right? Where it's like, hey, maybe a left shoulder ahead and then a right shoulder. Look where it's happening. Yeah, and look at this pop, you know. But what did it do? It ran straight up to what? Critical inflection point. We've had plotted 250, went up, hit it, and has pulled back substantially to what? Another top of an inflection point. Okay, at $2. So wow, crazy. Look at the volume on that. Jeez, very high volume. So that's just what you're thinking could be happening across the market. These types of moves can occur at levels where the asset's been devastated in such a short period of time. It could mark up. It could retrace moderately. That's all that's occurred, right? From that high to low that we just talked about. KNC, what did it do? It hit a 38+% retrace, say 41, 42% retrace, which is extremely moderate and mild. And if you line up where support resistances are, it hit that and has pulled back. It happens, Larry. Okay. Same time, you can look at this almost like a major XABCD. You know, exceeded 100% retrace from that low from late February, and it's bounced, man. So this is like things where, hey, this could happen to any asset doing the same thing KNC did, right? I mean, just yesterday we were looking into these assets, man. Like, look at Litecoin. Litecoin, same thing. It looks great, man. I don't care about it being down 3% today. Yeah, welcome to volatility being high. Every single day the asset's going to be up minimum 3% or down minimum 3%. Heck, man, I'm surprised it's not down 5% today based on what we've been witnessing the past few weeks, right? So, again, this thing is trying to hold above this early January high, you know, a major inflection point where you can clearly see price action reacts there. And eventually, if it can hold that long enough, Bitcoin can catch some bids. This thing could see 245, 250. For what? What we just talked about, chat, a moderate, mild retrace. That's not a big deal, okay? 230 minimum. 230. That's the 382. 50% retrace, 265. That makes sense. 255. All right around there. And then the 618 is $300, which if you go to $300, you're probably going to 315. So I mean, there is upside potential on these assets in the short term, even if the trend's bearish. Even if it's all over for crypto, these assets can make moderate to mild retraces before making just substantially lower discernible swing highs in the previous highs before jumping to lower lows. Okay, So it's like people are so negative and like, I don't know, hopeless and stuff. But it's like, like an asset that just dropped 71% in 2 weeks could very well catch a relief rally to run up 50% from those highs. And it wouldn't be weird at all, because that's exactly what happens every single day, eventually across all markets for 100 plus years. I mean, that's what they do. That's what assets do. Common retraces. Learn your Fibonacci, man. I don't know. All right, so I mean that's Litecoin. Looks great, but it's beholden to Bitcoin. At the same time, right? Just because of where we are, this wouldn't be weird either. I'm telling you, right? It's all on Bitcoin, what it does. If Bitcoin wants to dump here, dude, it would be like this. Two different outcomes. You get a bullish Gartley. Bitcoin goes down, then you might get a wonderful long opportunity, not just on Litecoin, but also Ethereum. Okay, you just can't, that's why it's so tough right now. Because it's like, hey, the momentum shifting structure could just end up making a lower high on C and then go down one more time. And that's that Wyckoff accumulation stuff, right? So I just wouldn't be surprised flip the coin one way or another at this point, because of the way the daily and weekly look. They just don't look that great. So it comes down one more time, it does not make a lower low than the previous low, obviously makes a 78% retrace, and then bounces, and it could be an awesome trade setup for much higher prices. Okay, where that ushers in a retrace that could take you to deep levels, like a 786, 886. So you just can't rule it out. Cannot rule out these scenarios where I think bulls and bears have arguments. But my God, the drawdown, there was so much of it, and it's like you're shifting momentum by the looks of it on the chart for now, and you're trying to hold old support as support again. Am I crazy here? What Cardano someone's asking about? Dude, it looks amazing. I mean, it just looks so good. It looks like $2 is coming if Bitcoin can just hold on, like it does. It's barely down any. It's down 0.53% today, with Bitcoin being down 2.5%. It's above the 200 moving average. It's above 150. Anything above 150 on Cardano is very bullish. Right? You fall below 150, bearish. If you break back above it, you're good. Let's go, CBT, man. Thanks, brother, man.
Is that a joint?
Probably can't. Wrong button, dude. Sorry.
Bruh.
Yeah, Mona, we'll do it.
CPT tipped $100. Can you take a look at Mona, please?
We'll do it, dudes. We'll do it. Thank you. Really appreciate that, man. It's my first C-note in like a week and a half or something. Thank you, dude. You have $2 target from here, but at the same time, it hasn't happened. Or an asset could go and back test 148, 150 as support before going high, right? It's like it just sprung, right? So you might there's always a chance of a back test of a spring, which is always like lowest risk for an entry or something, okay? But you just haven't done it yet. At this point, after spring, Bitcoin holds on, goes to 40K. This will go to 20K, which is what? See, the thing is with this one, which is different than Litecoin and other ones we've looked at, where it's already made common retraces. Yeah, it's already made like a 50% retrace. That's where it is right now. I did that. It hit a 618 May 20th, 50% May 26th, and you're right back at it. That's strong. That's like really strong, man, on Cardano. Where I think eventually this asset will probably go to 216, because let's say the bull trend's over forever. But yeah, actually, I would think maybe this could be an 886 retrace. I don't know. Never mind, man. It's like it'd be a Gartley, right? It'd be a bearish Gartley, pretty much. I think your target's $2.16 on ADA. Even if the trend's reversed, it runs up, it hits that level, and then what happens there? You continue on down, man. All right, so I think there's still upside on Cardano and a lot of these alts, just for mild to deep retraces. What's up, Chili Willy, man? Thank you, dude.
Bruh.
Yeah, Viacom. Ooh. Viacom.
Chili Willy tipped $36.33. Can we look at Viacap? 0.001000000 BTC.
We'll look at it. Thank you, dude. So 216. But you break 216, you can see 250, you can see all-time highs. You never actually technically hit $2.50. You hit 247 at your highest point ever in history. So just some look better than others. Cardano's in the looking better than others category. All right. It's like let's look. I mean, they all look so similar. I guess we can just we want to look at the boomer market, right? The S&P 500, just real quick. It did nothing today. Again, 0.05%. But remember, it's a stock pickers market. It's not the stock market pickers market or whatever, right? You're picking the stock market, which are the index funds. You're picking the individual assets, and you know, there are plenty of those that did really well today. A lot better than down 0.05%. The asset's been doing the same thing since May 24th, right? I mean, but really, let's be real. Since April 16th, besides the ups and the downs, it's the same price, right? Same price besides the swings, the ups and the downs. 45 days. Wow. Riveting stuff. So that's okay. I prefer stable SPX, right? So those individual assets can run and not be like hindered. So it's like this is Bitcoin, and the altcoins are able to run because the S&P 500 is not freaking out and just dumping, right? Which this is an aggregate of all major, you know, assets for the most part. So S&P is good. Dow Jones is flat as well, right? Just after hitting 35K, it's pulled back, kind of double bottomed. Was it a bearish cipher, man? Maybe. You know, just sideways, man. You need to recapture. You want to break above 35K eventually. You did fill a gap today. The gap is officially filled, so yeah, you could reverse here. Right? That was kind of, if you were to rally, that was going to be the target anyway, filling that gap. So, still making higher highs, higher lows. It's pretty wild. Let me extend this out. Look at that. You know, that channel you've been in, right? I mean, it's stupid. You're still out of it, which is crazy. So, anyway, hold on. Make sure I have that work saved. Oh yeah, it's gorgeous, man. The NASDAQ composite is so pretty. It's so nice, man. Reminds me of Bitcoin last summer. The Michelangelo of the harmonics, right? I mean, talk about a bearish Gartley into a bullish shark pattern into a potential bearish bat pattern, which you have not hit the pattern completion zone yet. That would be around 14,000. I could see that coming with the way tech's performing. It rallies on up there and you catch a reaction, and that's near all-time highs. That's pretty nice, man. And you're range bound between 13K and 14K anyway, right? Pretty much. I mean, you had the insane sell-offs, but I think, you know, as you can see, this low right here painted for the first time ever, January 29th, everything correlated to that. So you fell below it, you rallied, and then you like back tested that spring, May 11th, before, you know, a couple, like one time that it double bottomed and rallied. So CXABCD stuff. So I love it, man. Freaking love it on the NASDAQ, where there's still more upside. Before we get to those reactionary levels. Okay. And I would say maybe you can argue hidden bearish divergence is developing here. Maybe. Yeah, I don't think you want to break below 13,726. You're trying to hold that as support. For a couple days now, you've been trying to hold that. So hang on to that. Otherwise, there are gap fills. A lot of gap fills. I mean, there's like one gap fill like 13,464, another gap at 13,300. Yeah, you fill those, you could still make a higher low, and this could still be a valid idea. I'm not even kidding, right? Because you have to close below C before it's invalid. So, yeah, this is still active. Looks good. Okay. Oh, it's gorgeous, dude. I mean, is this Wyckoff reaccumulation on the Russell 2000? My God, that was a cipher. Dang, dude, I didn't see that. I don't monitor the Russell 2000 enough, I guess, right? But look at this textbook cipher that reversed right at the pattern completion zone. God, shame on me for not seeing that. But it's the index fund, right? So that's what, I mean, TA respected at least that harmonic. Anthony L, thank you so much for joining Patreon, dude. Welcome. You gotta love it. So you're approaching the top of the range, and there's no telling, right? I mean, this is exactly where a reversal could occur again. It's been stuck, but I do like the low, the higher low, the same low. About the same lows, God, whole time. So, I mean, sometimes it is difficult to determine, is this Wyckoff distribution? Or is this Wyckoff reaccumulation? Really tough to say, but I did like that harmonic. And I like you above the 200 moving average. All things look pretty good on Rose 2000. Dude, it's been stuck sideways since February. Maybe eventually it'll break 2361. You'll continue on up.
The flying spaghetti monster is in the house.
Echo Level Subject, thanks for the 5. I'm not sure what that means, but thank you. Appreciate it. Hyper Spaghetti Monster Connect. Thank you, dude. Is it kind of loud? I mean, I can't tell, and no one says anything, so, like, Jesus Christ, man. God. Is that good enough? Is that quiet enough? Because I can't hear it. I literally can't hear the music. So... Anyway. Yeah, it was fine before. Someone just complaining. Yeah, probably because they don't like the genre of music, which I can't even believe that would be something that's real. But the good news is, I fixed the noise that you hear when I'm not talking. Like, listen when I'm... There's no buzz or ambient noise, right? That's what's important. Yeah, Kiki, exactly, dude. And that's like why, you know, David Weiss talks about in his book. That's like one of the most difficult things to discern at critical areas is what type of absorption's going on between buyers and sellers. Is it, you know, buyers absorbing remaining supply, or is it sellers absorbing remaining demand? It's really tough sometimes. I know, yeah, you get complainers, that people that probably don't even really trade or care about the stream, ever watch. I just don't, I don't know, man. I don't know what happened to my mic, and I have no idea how to fix it because it's so quiet. Let me try this. Could turn that down. I don't know. It probably won't work, but it's okay. Hey, look, another scam coin, chat. What's new? Every day, a new scam coin being shilled by a group. I can't believe it, man. All right, so we're looking at gold here. You know, we're finishing up the rundown of, like, you know, asset classes and stuff, and you are just at the inflection point. You're at a level that makes plenty of sense why there'd be price action stalling a little bit. You haven't seen on the daily. You haven't seen negative momentum. My God, since March 11th. Look at this histogram. Eventually, it's going to go red again, and you're going to pull back, and it would make the most sense around a level that historically, that's where traders set up their highest point ever, or at least opened September 2011. So, yeah, I mean, you maybe pull back, you make a higher low, or worst case scenario, you come back down to like 1750 and make this insanely large inverse head and shoulders. That would be amazing, but yeah, you're at a point now where profit taking levels have been had, and we wait for more data, right? We wait for more data because at one time it made sense to enter along at a level that was far more reasonable and strategic, right? And now it's the waiting game. You're waiting now on gold to make up its mind whether it wants to truly break this or it wants to pull back and retrace mildly, moderately from the previous low to high before reversing the upside again. So it looks like it's failed in the 4 hour a couple times. Almost kind of minor double top up there. You know, let's go gold. Same. I mean, silver's probably just following along. Yeah, silver's just following along. I mean, not much to worry about. This one's just sit it and forget it type thing. You know, anything above $26 is amazing. Literally amazing. Okay. Very good. Oh yeah, on thumbnail. Let's look at NVIDIA real quick. It's on thumbnail, dude. All right, NVIDIA. It hit all-time highs today. Closed kind of with some indecision. Technically did not close at its highest level ever today. Closed just right around it from Friday. But dude, it's a canary, a potential bullish canary, right? 113, 120% retrace, sell off, higher low. Look at that 200-day moving average. You're still above it, man. I mean, you're not overbought. Positive momentum's building. It's so nice. Noise! What is that noise? Y'all hearing that weird noise? It's like buzzing. Henry, thank you for the 20. Yeah. News on the 3080 Ti released today, but also like what, the 3070, something else. I don't know what the heck, man. Dude, every single day, if you're a regular viewer, you're almost like guessing. You're like, what, or you're making up. What will be a weird malfunction in the stream today? Will the microphone be randomly too quiet? Will the music be too loud? Will weird buzzing, strange, crazy noises show up when someone tips? What will it be today? So we figured it out. Awesome. $3070 Ti, that's what it was. Yeah. And the 3080 Ti. That's awesome, dude. But aren't they already sold out? Can someone back me up on that? Yeah, dude, $700 target. That's the size of the range he broke out of. But if we're talking canary stuff, I mean, we're talking at least, I would say a minimum of like a 1618. 1618 lines up with the 700 target. But if you ever break 700, you know you're probably going to 855, right? That's it. They sold out immediately. Yeah, those are algorithms. Those are bots set up now by resellers so they can mark it up. Absorbent prices, right? June 3rd release. Well, what's up with that? But okay, so if it's then or there, I could guarantee you that it would get sold out instantly. Yeah, miners, whatever, people with their own reasons to make profit. Yep. So, all right, NVIDIA, you are amazing. Let's see it continue to rally. Oscillators look very good. Momentum is strong. It's not like crypto, is it? It's not. It's its own thing. It's beautiful for now. Okay, yeah, NAT. Nordic American Tankas, baby, up 8%. That happens all the time, though, man. This is a really, I mean, it's, you know, the lower side of volume. You just get some major swings, man. We've seen them before. But, dude, this is like ascending triangle behavior. I'm telling you, dude, once this asset breaks this 376 area, like, for real, I just don't know. At this level, anything above 350 is eventually 446 on NAT. That's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for 446. Collecting dividends on the way, whatever. But this is the composite operator, in my opinion, is accumulating, or if he's not already done accumulating his position before a major markup to 446, 516, and eventually, if we're lucky, $7 and change. So consecutive higher lows. More people own this asset than they did before, and you're getting confirmation of that constantly. Multiple levels of confirmation. So great, man. A great looking asset looks even better now, but it's taken only time and patience.
Noise!
Hey Mitch, can we take a look at BRQS Works
Dude,
Technologies
what
Incorporated? I got into this position at 84 cents. Tell me what you think.
Cody, thanks, man. That's just really obnoxious. That's terrible. That's really bad. Hey, Vin V, thanks so much for joining Patreon, dude. Please be sure to sync the Patreon and Discord. If you haven't, you have to do that. That's where all the access, the trade setups, education, and community engagement is in the Discord. You join the Patreon to gain access to the premium Discord. You don't join the Patreon to gain access to the Patreon, because that's not where we post the valuable stuff for logistical reasons. All right. NAT, man, they're doing things. All right. See you at the targets in 10 years. That's okay, because dividends and investment, right? It was a technical play. Position trade. All right. What was the other one that was on the thumbnail? Very, very nice. Telefonica is beautiful, dude. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. Come on, dude. This was a holy grail trade setup. This was one that, like, when the trade setup was posted, it was like, this is it, dude. This is literally it. There's nothing that can be better than this. Not really. If you're abiding by the formula that I try teaching, there's nothing really better than this at all. Okay? Yeah, it took a little while to get started. Yeah, that's called stocks, dude. It's not crypto. Welcome to it. And we're talking, dude, you had everything you could ever dreamed of on this. You had the low risk, high reward opportunity areas, right? Very strategic area to set up stops, entries, and profit taking levels. An old ice line back from 2016. As you can see, regarded a bullish, pretty much, I mean, it's like, it was just an XABCD. It wasn't a formal harmonic or anything. Because it wasn't quite a butterfly. Because it was too shallow to be a butterfly. But anyway, 1272 reversal, right? A spring and another spring, and then here was your back test of the spring, and that is when that's when the trade setup was posted at the best levels. Let me find this. I have this. Oh yeah, here it is. So it's still got a little bit of ways to go. That's okay. You know, you may fill the gap.
Love
whatever.
to see an APA update. Thanks, Mitch.
What's up, Eric? Dude, thanks. Well. All right, do you understand, like, why you come to this stream is to, like, learn how to do this yourself? So one day you don't need me, but at the same time, it's, even if you don't need me, you still come back because it's just 2 eyes, 10 eyes, 1,000 eyes better than your own 2. So, like, you may have never found this if you're not a part of the community, but you still may know how to do it the way I do it. So it's like, it's a hive mind that's really cool, looking for the right things you should look for. And as you can see, right, why would it take it along here, dude? I mean, like, the spring to back test of the spring, and the stop loss just marginally below that ice line from where? 2016. Well, it won't even show it. You know, these publications don't do all the data, but okay, dude, here we go. Yeah, all right, on the way, 945. See you there. And 1023 after that. Could go even higher, but that's like the top of the range, right? Why would someone take profit there? Because look left. Okay, strategy. Wonderful. So we're gonna make it, man. You know, we're gonna make it. Brandon K, thank you so much for joining the Patreon. Please be sure to see the Patreon Discord, man. Good to see you. Thanks for all the support. It is the first of the month, so that's why we got an influx of people joining right now, because they've been waiting. Because this is where you get the value, because the billing cycle is today. So thank y'all for that. Sounds like money printer go Burt. Yeah, I agree. That's kind of what it is. Let's just act like that weird F up is Jerome Powell inside my computer just saying brr. We'll get through it, man. Hopefully it'll be fixed by tomorrow because it's random. And normally random weird things will fix in a couple days, I guess. Okay, alright, those are the thumbnails. Let's get to these requests, man. We've been across the markets for the most part. You want one more. One more. Let's look at the US dollar, right? Because that one, I mean, remember, this is like, it's really hard to argue with all the divergence, you know, but it's still well below that 200 moving average. The trend is extremely bearish. You're not making higher lows. Not really. Not yet. You're certainly not making higher highs from discernible previous highs. So the trend is still very much bearish. Like, I get it, you have XABCDs. The XABCDs happen all the time, but if the market conditions are too bearish, they'll play out, but they'll underperform vastly, and then they'll dump again.
Noise! Mitch can check CCTR.
Yeah, we'll look at CCTR. Brian, man, thank you, dude. Thanks. So, yeah, I mean, like, you know, I don't think there's anything to worry about on DXY until you fall below 88 and change. That's where you're done, son. Wow, you're gonna get wrecked. But that's great for real estate and real assets.
Noise!
Dude, it just keeps, like,
look into
shocking me,
potential
man.
value long. Would appreciate a second pair of eyes on a long-term TA view.
Moonboy Jordan, thanks for 20. Yeah, weed stocks, we'll look at it. Oh man, someone wanted to look at Cresco Labs. I need to look at that for them. They've been really cool about it too. They haven't been complaining. They like said something in one of my static video comments yesterday. My stream became static. We do need to look at that probably before anything, just because I missed that a few days ago. Just for them. Hey, Knowledge Born, thank you so much for joining the Patreon just now. Be sure to see the Patreon Discord. You gotta do a match. Thanks so much. Let's go, dude. Have a chat. Thank you. Okay, yeah, real quick. Yeah, still not really looking that great, man. I don't lose all my work on this. Of course I did. Yay. Yay. Okay, let me just repaint it for a sec. This is a Matthew D Special. It was great, dude. Threw it in the cake and then like got like a big amazing cake baked, and it was amazing. I don't know, dude, like gosh dang it, the cake baking. So remember this? Remember when Matthew D brought this up? We won the Bourbon Bowl and it ran up and it broke to all-time highs and then it sold off, and now it's like ugh. Now you got this going on, right? You got like a buy wall, a certain buy wall that has not broken down. Good God, man, that's crazy. That's a really nice hold right there. Now it held on, right? But, you know, still not making higher highs yet. And so, I don't know if you can call it a descending triangle per se, but you can see a high, right? Then a lower high, and now a confirmed double top lower high than the previous high before it, which is like, ugh, ugly. But at the same time, it hasn't broken the buy wall yet. There's still too much demand for sellers to push this down. I think if you do fall below that level, yikes. See that scan wick right there. Right there. That wick from 2019, and then the price action correlation September 2019. That's what you did on the date of April 19th. God. So for the guy who requested this, thank you for the contribution. Like, you know, 4 or 5 days ago. Sorry about missing this. I meant to get to it. Kind of trying to double bottom a little bit, but you're not making higher highs, and until you do, you can't be bullish on this. The time to care or long this asset, which I did, I took a long and exited in this 1380 area. Okay, you had like forever to do it. This was the time down here to give a crap about Cresco, not now. You know, you can still keep going, man. Is it a couple with handle, man? I mean, like maybe, dude, maybe, but it's pot stocks. Okay, so let's move on. That was for you out there, dudes. Hey, Andre P, man, thanks for joining the Patreon, dude. Welcome. Please be sure to sync the Patreon Discord. You gotta do it, man. I gotta say that it's the cadence, all right? Because you're not gonna get the value out of the Patreon if you don't join the exclusive premium Discord. We get hit 500 likes easy. Not anymore, dude. I mean, we used to. Not anymore. I don't even think we can hit 300 likes these days. It's just like the way the market's shifted, you know? Look at these stocks, dude. They're going nuts. These trade setups, they're like money being made, and no one cares. Like, people only care about crypto for some insane psycho reason. I don't know. Like, where do you think all this technical analysis that I do on cryptos, where it came from? I learned all of it from traditional markets that are doing wonderful right now on certain assets. You know, it's just, oh, there's just something about it. Weird. Okay. So let's go to that request, that first request. Had to get a lot of that out of the way. FUBO. Ooh, it's recovered. Nice. It was scary. I mean, look at all the divergence. This was, I'm saying, so tough. Like, there was triple MACD bullish divergence, and it still made 2 lower lows. Jeez, are you kidding? Are you trying to say quadruple divergence? I don't know, man. You couldn't take action on that. It's like you had no idea. Like, the negative momentum's building, and immediately you start building positive momentum again. It's really tough, right? So that's not for someone to be trying to play that. But the reason why this was requested is because of the critical levels that it is now back above. FUBO. Anything back above 2366 could very well be bullish, because the historical price action correlation is normally straight up, straight down. So if you hold above 24.30 long enough, you could very well run straight up to $40 again. Let's see how deep did it go on that lowest point, May 10th, from just that previous low right here to high. I mean, that's an 88% retrace from that low. So it's like an XABCD type behavior, 886, M-shaped formation. Wow, isn't that insane, right? I mean, that is what is testament so much to how powerful Fibonacci is. Because, right, what was disrespected? Actual, real supports that were created, manufactured 2018, August 2018, January 2019, May 20th. Look, January 5th of this year, right? Those are very real price action correlation, but the asset fell below it and hit the 886, which is not really any formal support. Look left, nothing. I mean, like, there's no real action at that area where it reversed. There was no pivot point, never. So that should just show you the sheer power of Fibonacci and deep retraces, deep value areas. I try to teach over and over and over in here. What? 88%, 78% sales on assets, okay, from previous discernible swing lows on the daily. So good news. You got a reaction there. Well, let's see if the asset Elix can hold above 2366. If it can long enough, eventually you could see the same price action you've received almost every single other time in history, which is straight up to $40 minimum. But really, I mean, good God, I mean, could go straight up to 50-something dollars. So yes, something to pay attention to because of where it is contextually on the charts above major inflection point. That could be very good. So good eye. I think you've requested this before, but it was a little bit more murky. And now maybe after the devastation has occurred, we're recovering. Maybe, but you really want to see a higher low created. You don't have a higher low yet, right? I mean, that's
AMC
always good
price
to have.
discovery.
What's up, Nick? Thank you, dude, for the 5. Much love. AMC, dude. I don't know about that, dude. AMC had a really bad. It's like way up there. I don't think it's at all time highs. Well, we could go to it eventually. Hold on, it's me. Oh yeah, Henry, sure, dude. Sure, we'll look at it. Yeah, you tipped 20 earlier and with no message. That's fine, dude. Yeah, we'll look at near. Let me go to the next one though. Put it
Hey,
on it.
Mitch was requesting near protocol and
Are we looking at Mona chain
please take a
CBT?
look?
You talking about the crypto? You gotta be talking about the crypto. The US dollar, Bitrix, I guess. Oh yeah, I'll do that. Oh God, what the? What is this? I'm doing something real quick. So CBT, speak out, man, if this is not the chart you want, because you know I don't know. All right, yeah, pinning the Patreon link to the chat just so that you got it. It's the first of the month, right? So I don't know, CBT might have just, you know, this is what happened. Range bound asset. Dead middle of the range, if it was anything, the lowest risk would be 150. And then the highest, you know, the level, like the threshold for the range breakout could be 333, repeating, of course, lower Jenkins. So I don't really see what you requested this for, CBT. I feel kind of bad just because, you know, you tipped $100 and you want to see Mona, but this, I'm looking at Mona right now. So are you sure you wanted to see this? Bruh. Gosh dang it, CPT. Why'd you have to go AFK, man? Away from your keyboard. Okay. I'll come back to it or something if he responds later. Alright, but I just can't, like, you know, that's... You could play the range or you could go to an asset with far more data that's showing an edge. with like 7 variables that make sense, right? That's what could happen. I get it. Let's see here. Viacom starting to round out up down here. No help on the oscillators at all. But yeah, I mean, I'm trying to get back above that 200-day moving average. Look at this, man. Wow, there's... Look at these critical areas. Viacom's 35.78. Okay, so look at the inflection point, chat. Right, it's a zone here. It is a zone and inflection point. My God. Extend this for the world to see. Right, anything above 38.40, historically, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. Eventually, Viacom could see a very nice recovery. They could take it to much higher levels. Well, but I mean, like, if you're in an inflection point and you dump like that, there could be buy orders here. It could take a while for absorption of remaining demand to occur. So, I mean, that was a really bad thing that what happened on Viacom again? Bankruptcy or something really bad happened, okay? It's just normally getting your toes into something that got devastated like that, it's tough. But yeah, someone could start trying to make the argument, oh, look, there's one bottom, second bottom, right? I mean, there's a 4-hour bat pattern or something, you know, there. I mean, like, yeah, you could try to start creating an argument that it's trying to confirm a bottom at the top of an inflection zone, right? There's our proof, October 2015. And last time you hit that, you dumped so violently, so awfully. Look where you went. You ran all the way up to $52 before pulling back deeply, right? So, I mean, yeah, the still price action could still happen like that. It could. Margin called.
Noise! Can we look at Kinder Morgan Incorporated, KMI, on NYSE, please and thanks.
There you go. Margin called on 40% of the company. Yeah, that'll happen to you. I don't know, man. Like, that kind of stuff is black swanish to its own chart. Hey, there's a gap fill up here. I guess your target would be $91. Not really, but maybe $68. Let's see, is there any other, like, major point? Like, I mean, there's a minor one here. Minor inflection point, maybe this low from October 2014. You can see reversals all around there. That could be like a modest target, $49, but above that, man, you could very well see maybe 68 eventually. So it's below that's death. Okay. When Mitre anime? I don't know what a Mitre anime is, dude. Alright, Bitcoin's okay. We got less than an hour until your daily candle flows. If you enjoyed the live stream, hit the like button, the bell, that sub. Thanks so much for being here, everyone. Stonks go up. Crypto goes meh. Yeah, I mean, with a one bottom being put in and a second one on the daily, you could see $49, Nick. I would think that'd be the target, okay? Chili Willy, thank you, dude, for the crypto contribution. Alright. So what did Henry say? Henry was next. He did that 20 there, and he said near protocol. All right. I guess that's a crypto. Yeah, it looks like it. Looks like Bitcoin. I mean, there's no edge per se. I mean, bearish convergence on the oscillators, but you're about to go positive. It's like almost like Bitcoin. Look, it's like identical to Bitcoin in ways. It's like whatever Bitcoin does, your protocol is going to do, okay? It's almost like Viacom in ways. Look, a little mini double bottom or something, right? Hold on, got that Nigerian scammer 10 seconds ago. Boom, banned. Come on, Nigerian scammer. What you gonna do, dude? That's what I thought. So yeah, you're at a point where there was a high back from January 17th, like first time ever. That's where it bounced a couple times. We're going to be headed, if it holds that, I think it could be headed to 482 if Bitcoin reverses. If Bitcoin doesn't reverse, going to 188. It's easy. It's so easy because it's like whatever Bitcoin does, whatever this scrub coin is going to do the same. That's it. Wow, it looks worse than Litecoin. It's like a low, the lower low. And our low, I like the spring back test of the spring though. Look at that, you know, how we plotted on the daily. You rallied, you sprung, and then you're back testing that spring. So that's cool, but what's not happening yet that you need to see happen? Gotta see higher highs created above 362. What's up, Maya? Richard Hertz, thank you for the 3s. Appreciate the kind words. You know, I get labeled good things, bad things every day. So you can label me whatever you want. I'm just a guy that likes charts. Okay? Simple TA man. Alright. That's my label of myself. Alright. There's no ego. It's just whatever, dude. Alright, I mean, it's kind of like, I think those are the major points, the major areas, dude. It's kind of like 250 to 482. It's holding on, made a higher low, but it's got to make a higher high. And then it's got to make a higher low again, then a higher high again. Alright, that's major dumpage. This is a huge range. A lot of, I guess, distribution was going on, you know? So, now you're in the lower range area. So kind of just like this, you know, it's the zone of inflection, all right? And you're kind of near the bottom. You're trying to establish a second low near the bottom of the inflection zone. So this is where it's set. Like if Bitcoin reverses to the upside here, it's going to 482 probably. But there's no help on the oscillator, so your argument is kind of weak, but still at the lower levels. That's it. Alright, there you go, Henry, man. Thanks again, dude. Alright, next one was for Cody. Well, I can see why you requested it. Because it can't get much worse, dude. It can't get much worse. It can only go to $0. So we requested it because that's good, at least, right? No XABCD per se, not really, you know. I like it holding 85 cents. That is imperative. It's really just kind of a little zone down here. 85, 88 cents, you're at 90 cents. Anything above that long enough? Oof, oh, where could it go? Or historically, that's where it goes. 142 would be your target. I get it. You get all this price action above it. So you have like maybe the top of the range is 192 to $2. But then you have a heart line or a midpoint of the range, which is 142. As you can clearly see, the equilibrium level of this range. Look, reversal August 10th, 2020, October 2020, November 2020. Look at this. January 2021. Look right here. February 2021. That's it. That's your target. Like the target on this asset is 142 if this can sustain and hold. And it's not bad, man. And there is a gap fill.
How's Hex look to you?
I was painting that bearish cipher pattern. We'll look at it. Yikes. Thanks for the 20, dude. Thank you, dude. Doesn't look as good as what could be considered some inverse head and shoulders momentum shifting stuff across the markets. It's just out of sync with everything else. So it could go through a correction or something while the altcoins rally or something with Bitcoin. So $1 is your first target, 10 cents away. It's a 10% increase in value if it fills the gap. Wow, that's pretty good upside. And so easy to strategize your risk. I would say at this point, since it has successfully back tested, yes, it sprung, it back tested the spring today for the first time. You understand that? This is a wonderful request by Cody Cush. Right? You just like you were chopping, you finally broke it, and then you back. And what did you do today as well? You filled a little gap, and you're back testing the spring. Now, of course, it could maybe go down to 85 cents to truly back test that spring because it hasn't done that yet. But that's okay because that's how you're strategizing your stop loss to be above that. The stop loss would be above it, so you'd be like 83 cents or something. Be a stop. And see, that's not equitable. A gap fill is just not going to be good enough. So you have to, I mean, to me, like, this could be a position trade that could last a while, but I think eventually, just based on the history, you could have a little bit looser stop, maybe just below that low from May 25th, 26th. And just based on history, man, it's straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. almost every single time. So that's the way I'd be playing BRQS if you were gonna play it, man. Just kind of like this, 7-to-1 reward to risk. It's a pretty nice little range there. I do declare. Okay. There you go. BRQS. Value. You know, it's so funny, dude. Someone left the Patreon last month, and in the exit survey, they said that I devalue the Patreon by providing stuff like this to the viewers on stream. Can you believe the audacity of people? Like, I'm just like, this started with me just going live for free every day and just trying to do this, you know, help people that are, you know, maybe lost in life or don't know what's going on or need some help. And like, I'm devaluing my Patreon because I'm helping people for free live on stream. So, yeah. How about that, dude? So, 82-cent stop. And then you can have, like, if it was going to go nuts or something, you ever break 142? Based on history, shoot, dude, 192. That'd be crazy. It'd be psycho. It's done it every time, though, since here, so... Oh, yeah. Matic, my bad, Charizard. Sorry, I don't know. So what happened was Henry messed me up because he tipped, and then he tipped later, and I'm like, well, get him. Yeah, it's my bad, Charizard. We're gonna look at Matic right now. I don't know how I skipped that, dude. My bad. So that's a way to maybe look at it. Jeez, it's just so low risk, right? You get stomped out, whatever, man. The upside was so high, you know. It's fun publication, whatever, dude. Who cares? It's because, like, you know, these publications are not just like, hey, they're actionable. You don't have to take action on this if you don't want to. But it's certainly educational. It's certainly going to help you reinforce what you're looking for as a trader, right? Yeah. So it would be trend analysis, which is a no trend, and it's at the bottom of that no trend. Perfect. Easy to set up your stop loss. No technical indicators. No chart patterns. It's literally just trend analysis. It's just we know exactly where it's at. Okay. Yes, we're gonna look at Tilray. We have other people that are joining, or that are, you know, requesting stuff. We're just in line.
Martin Misigi
Let's go,
sent
Martin, dude.
$100.
Jeez.
Hey Mitch, love you man. I can't wait for the market to turn around so I can tip you more.
Thank you, Martin, dude, for the $100 contribution, man. Hey, it's all good, dude. Like, you know, I'm just, you know, I'm hope the market turns around too. So, you know, more people gain access to what I'm trying to truly teach here, which are, like, you know, hype streams, pump streams are good and all, but, you know, like streams like today where we're able to find golden nuggets so people can gain value and they can up their trading game, and they're just like, hey, that really, it just, everyone's journey in trading is different, right? And if I'm here every single day and you got people that are truly trying to invest themselves and learn, maybe, you know, 2 days ago, maybe I'm in Savannah and I say something and it clicks for one person. Man, God, dude, and everything changes for them, right? That's what matters. I won't ever know. I won't always know, right? Because it can be thankless, you know? Like if someone, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? And so, like, today, maybe, like, from what these things we're doing, like on BRQS, it clicks for somebody out there that's, like, you know, been watching for a few weeks and they're really trying to learn this stuff. Hey, man, that's awesome. Like, that's what it's about. That's what I think live streaming's meant for, what I'm doing, not hot tub streams. But who am I, dude? Oh, had a few more join while I was... Daniel H., Shaft, and Joshua B. Thank you all three of y'all, for joining the Patreon just recently, a few minutes ago. Please be sure to stay on the Patreon, the Discord. Remember, you're joining the Patreon to gain access to the premium Discord where all the value is, okay? You're not joining the Patreon to gain access to the Patreon. Nope, because the value's not there, because we don't post on there. We post in the Discord, again, for logistical reasons. Thank you. Okay, moving on. Dramatic. Apologize about missing that one. We looked at it yesterday. It's not an area of value. Sure, it's outperforming Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Noise! Thank you for all you do, Mitch. Can you look at CXW? Up almost 10% today, but looks to have crossed a creek from 2017 and that above ice line.
We'll look at it, Anonymous. Thanks for 20, dude. Cheers. You dude. So, I mean, with this one, I don't know. Again, I was saying, we looked at it yesterday, outperforming Bitcoin and Ethereum, but I'm just not sold on it. It made a lower high.
Moonvelo loved the facial expressions. I did go off.
I know you did, dude. I know. I have a GPS tracker on you, alright? So, I know where you're at all times. Monvale. Alright, dude. We'll put it back in the pipeline. Okay, so,
I've learned so much from you, mate. Thank you for your dedication to these teaching. Much love.
Arabian Plug, thank you, dude, for the contribution, and happy to hear it, dude. That's what it's about. I mean, at the end of the day, I just want to be there to try to help if I can, and if I can't, hey, whatever, dude. Until you get about $2 on this, I don't know, man. Until you break the supply line, I don't know, man. This is not an area where I'm like, hey, great entry area. It's kind of hard to maybe strategize what you haven't tested that 200 moving average again. I just don't, there's just too much. We look for the formula over and over and over again, like VIV, NAT, right? I mean, just IAG, right? We look for. When I look at this, that doesn't apply. The things I'm looking for, just so I can't be like, oh, great time to long Matic right now, because it doesn't really look like anything I see that sticks out as an amazing opportunity. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. Okay, you could be working on an X, an A, a B, a C, and maybe a D down here, and there'd probably be way more value at a dollar. Just saying. Noise! Dude, it's so obnoxious.
You gotta not let salty comments get to you. You cannot control what people say. You also don't know what is going on in their lives. Just celebrate the positive comments and keep up the teaching. Not bad for just a guy. You are much more.
What's up, 2 Relaxes? Thanks for the 1337. Much love. Yep. Yeah, dude. Well, we've talked about it before. Those negative comments. It's like weird. You'll get 1 trillion positive comments, and then we'll get like 2 negative comments, and it's like just because our brains work. Because we just take credit. I mean, I don't know if you take criticism to heart, and that's what helps you get better. And so that's like what negative comments are, but it's not necessarily like criticism. It's just them being toxic, terrible people with voids in their lives. So yeah, for sure. 100%. I agree. But believe me, dude, there have been a lot of negative comments that have been ignored. So don't act like that. They haven't been ignored, because plenty have, especially lately. Jeez. Let's see.
You're helping me get on my feet when it comes to learning TA. There are many other things going on, so it's a slower process. You do help the people.
Thank you, Rhino Skin, for the 5, dude. Well, glad to hear it. And that's what it's about, man. Right? Everyone's at different parts of their journey. And so I think this community is good for anyone on that journey. Okay, so no trade setup opportunity, at least with the system that I try to teach here on Matic, because it's not like at those levels yet, not at deep retraces. It's not showing bullish divergence. It's not showing a Volkowski structure at those levels. It's not at a critical ice line. You get what I'm saying? It's not showing anything that I'm looking for. But it still could go up. That doesn't mean that Matic can't just go straight up 30% tomorrow, right? That's the coin flip side. Like when you don't have all those things I'm looking for in the formula, then just flip the coin. All right. Charizard. Very good.
Peace.
What's up, Dow Jones? Since the 5, dude. All right, next one. Another one I think I missed. Yeah, dude, it's crazy, dude. This is so nuts, man. Like, what happened? Look at this whipsawing, right? Hit its lowest level, in like mid-May last month that it's seen since March, but it held, man. It held on. And what is that? That's the pattern completion zone of the crazy bullish cipher pattern. So the inverse head and shoulders failed. It was working on it and then dumped. But that, look at it now. It's at its high. Good God, it's like crypto. Goes to its lowest level in months, then goes to its highest levels in months. I mean, from the bottom, it's up at 8%. Okay, I know it's not crypto, dude. You know, people get really spoiled with crypto. Really spoiled, especially lately with the volatility being what it is. People just think, oh yeah, 60% down in 2 weeks is normal. It's not. Like, crypto is not normal. Untraditional. So just cleaning up so you can really see what's going on. You know, highest level it's seen since February 23rd. And I think it's above an inflection point. Somewhat. Why is that there? Is it the daily? It's still gorgeous, dude. I mean, look at this. It gapped up 2% today. I don't know, that gap could fill. But look at it like this, man. On the daily, it is substantial. I still own this, man. Why? Because a weak dollar, emerging markets does very well. So that's it, dude. I mean, that's like what I think we might have going on. Now, you know, there are gaps up here, X, A, B, C, D. You could have a bearish harmonic in development here, right? But it's like the, just think about it, man. What did it double bottom off of? Listen to me, chat. This is just another thing that you're listening, and you're like, dang, man, I didn't even think about it. Holy crap. So you're talking about an asset that showed a bullish continuation harmonic. And it hit an old all-time high back from January of 2018. It rallied, sold off, and it tested again. It tested the old 2018 all-time high ass support. Once but twice. What is that? A confirmation low? Sweet mother of God, this is where a price discovery could occur. Your market participants are confirming what was old resistance is support. That's what is being implied. So, I mean, just good God, man. EEM. It was good, and then maybe it's bad, but then it's like, oh my God, it held there, and now let's look at it. It still could be very, very promising upside on EEM down the road, for real. It's pretty nice. So the stuff you're looking for, those are things, man, that are very real. You know, it reminds me of Ethereum, what it did. When it broke all-time highs, it back tested them twice. What's up, Nick? AMC's ahead of Doge and the race to 40. Yeah, dude, but it could happen tonight. And Bitcoin keeps rallying. If Bitcoin sees 40K, I bet you Doge sees 40 cents. Dan, there you go, dude. Sorry about getting messed up out of line. All right, next one was on the list. Is this okay? Apache? No, not Apache. APA. Aha, we've been here before. It hasn't broken yet. It has not broken out yet. When I was looking at it, it's like it's like, you know, look at the weekly here. You see this, right? I mean, like, yeah, there was value, critical areas, all-time high volume at these levels. Ooh, that's the signature, man. That's what Ford did. Ford went nuts. This one hasn't even quite gone nuts yet. It's kind of like a channel or something. You know, I could have plotted a parallel channel with anchor points here on the bottom. Doesn't really matter. What matters the most is this supply line that it is not yet broken. It's very, very close on APA. On this is for Eric F. All right, supply line's upon you. The target, I think, if you can break the supply line, the target's 32.20. That's it, dude. Right, the low from 2016 and the high from 2001. Right between 776 and that was gonna be the target anyway eventually. So you got one last line of defense, kind of, and then it could be in time 32.20. You're making high, you're making lows, you're making higher lows. Now you're making higher highs than previous highs, which is good. Very good. So that's it. That's where you are. APA, we've been here. It's up almost 11%, and it's not quite broken out, but it's very, very close. And if you do break it, I think 32.20 is the target. That's it. Okay. And that's what you... No, you didn't say that, did you? You just said after the update. That's the update. You're on the cusp of glory. All right. So Monaville, sorry, that was a CBT. Monavale, that is a rapid Ethereum pair. Oh my God, are you really requesting this, dude? Seriously? Dude. I I can't believe you're actually requesting the CBT. The other one was better than this? Not really, but it's below 25.8, whatever. Round ways 25.8, 0.258, whatever. You get above that, yeah, you could have a real nice run to 52.9 or 0.529. That's all I'm going to do on these. I don't care about the denominator or what it is. Yeah, you're at a level where there's really strong, well, not divergence so much, kind of convergence, but what I like is, at least in the RSI, you were oversold and you became oversold again. It's almost an XABCD right there. I like that, but it doesn't matter until you break 0.258. You break 0.258, I think you very well could see 0.529, which is like, you know, we're talking it could double in value if it gets back above the level that it's just recently failed to break as resistance, okay? Other than that, I can't tell you anything. It's not at a level that's actionable quite yet. It's just not really, okay? You break that and we'll be cool, man. Be real cool. Straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. All right. All right, next one, next request. China Crescent Enterprises, really? CCTR? Brian, for real? China Enterprises, Crescent Enterprises. I don't know what to tell you, dude. Like, really? I don't even know what to say. Like, I guess I understand why, because you're like, hey man, it's like a harmonic, right? It's like an X and A B, a C, a D. Nope, too deep. Right, 70%, 74% retrace on beat. But you're like, probably like, oh, but the scam wick. It's like so tough because, like, I don't know. Do we disregard the scam wick and we just go like this and then it's a real harmonic? That's kind of weird. Kind of weird, you know? 786. Oh my god, we're at a 78% retrace. Dude, I don't know. I mean, maybe. I would just steer clear of this, Brian. How about that? How about we just forget about it and we find something that's American? Right, American, and doesn't look weird like this. It's so easy to just not chart this, and I'm not even gonna save my data. All right, because this is a waste of data that it's precious to me. All right, every line I draw is precious because I have so many charts plotted. All right, we're back. I think we're back. Looks like we're back, chat. Yep, that just happened. Yeah, talk about China. Boom, wrecked. Is that a coincidence? Or is that a
joint?
I guess we're back. Alright. If I look at Tilray, I'm looking at it right now. Somewhat of an inflection point. $15. Not much data. There's one low. Straight up, straight down. Straight up, straight down. So anything above 15.15 could go straight up to 22.88. That's it. Too psycho overrun to be like, it's a harmonic, man. I don't know. Like, anything above 15.15, probably 22.88 eventually. Anything below 15.15, probably $10.63. That's it. That's all I can give you. Yes, there was bullish divergence locally, at least on the 4-hour low, the lower low, right? There was bullish divergence there. Gonna diverge the whole way on the daily too. I tested that 200 moving average, right? Nice 200 moving average tested, but not making higher lows. Only made the most recent discernible event that has occurred on this chart is a lower low. So you need to back test 15.15 as support to make a higher low, maybe an inverse head and shoulders. But until I get that, man, it's really tough to like say, hey, when the most recent event is a lower low, that's not what you're looking for. Yeah, you can get reversals off divergence there, but it's not. It's like normally you'll get the lower low, you'll reverse on the divergence, and then you'll wherever the rally kind of fades, it'll come back and you'll make a higher low, and you'll look for strategic entries where, hey, an inverse head and shoulders could occur at 15.15. That right shoulder could be the spring back test, right? That could be incredible. This may not happen. And I don't care if it happens or not, but if you were looking for a strategic entry or something, that would be exactly what you wanted to see. A Bulkowski reversal structure after the head backtested the 200-day moving average and you backtest the spring on the right shoulder. That's what you want. So you wait for the asset to come to 1515. Let's see if it can hold. If it can, that might be a strategic entry area. Okay, on Tilray. That's it. Not quite where we want it, but it could be soon. Pay attention to that. Maybe have an alert set up. If you want to trade Tilray, I would wait. Okay, are we cool? Tilray, dude? Moon Boy? Aye. Not too far away. Alright, next request. Oh my god. Bueller? Bueller? Hageki, we'll look at it. I think you did. I can't... Look what's happening, dude. I can't even search. There we go. Oh yeah, I remember that, dude. Well, dang, that didn't take long. Kinder Morgan. I don't know, we had like, oh, there's price contraction or something. I like how the supply line I'd painted, it broke it, back tested it, held it, and rallied. Filled that gap. There was a gap at 17 bucks. And I love the back test of the spring here, right? 1473. You sprung, you back tested the spring February 26th, and that was over. I mean, that was all she wrote. It's just been running ever since. And now it's above 1823. It's sprung, it's back trying to back test the spring again. My God. Very critical area. It's just in a chop zone right now. Where I think if it holds 1823 long enough, it's got to run up to 1931. If it can break that, I think that's where it could go to much higher prices. But now you're thinking about a bearish Gartley. So you're getting closer and closer to a pattern completion zone of a large W pattern, right? This is a definitely, oh yeah, man, you're not too far off. So this is like where you're thinking around $20. This is where it could run to before it catches a major reaction, maybe on this harmonic structure. Okay, so deep retraces, value for shorts of an asset that is just... Ooh, this is a huge range from $11 and $23. Good God, you ever broke $23? That's where fireworks could happen. Okay, huge fireworks could occur above $23.40. So you got a long way to go before this thing's out of the woods. This is no Fire Eye. Fire Eye is well above its major high. This is not. Okay, so this has just had a really, really nice markup since November, almost nonstop, and could go a little bit further before some sort of reaction occurs. I mean, again, you can see an inflection point from 2016, 2018, 2019, multitude of times. I think it's got a little bit more upside. It's a little bit more. But is this a strategic area for a long? No, not right now. No. Not when you're this deep in the rally already. I mean, again, like, you know what we're looking for? Looking for assets that are nearing their pattern completion zones, right? Nearing them. Anyway. This is nearing it, but on the bearish side. Alright, Hex. Next request, man. Okay, painted that bearish cipher. Is trying to reverse here. There's hidden bullish divergence. That's okay. Your first level of positive Momo off the hidden bullish divergence, okay? So it depends. If the trend is truly bullish as F, this is where it runs up and tests all-time highs and then breaks it and goes to 9.7 cents, the second target of the trade setup. Okay, really tough to say, right? I mean, the trend is so bullish, and this is, areas where there's something called a bullish 5-0 that could be going on. It was very close to a shark, where you could say. So this is like, I mean, that's what you want to see. Hard to express that it's at levels of value. Maybe. I mean, like, a shark, that's like someone's entering around the 50% retrace. This is trying to hold. So let's see how far this could take it. But yeah, if it was going to continue its upside, then 7.1 cents would be the target from here. If it ever broke that, again, second target of trade setup, 9.7 cents. Why? Just because the scam wick that Richard Hart said was bullcrap anyway. But I think it's just a 10-cent psychological resistance area is perfect for profit taking anyway if one's trading. So, whatever, either way. That's it. Falling wedge, pretty much played out, you know, like hit targets, whatever, for the most part. I mean, 100% measured move of the falling wedge was pretty much 7.1 cents anyway, so that could still be what's in store for Hex. So it depends. It bucks the macro, so it has no beta to Bitcoin, so kind of hard to be like, well, Bitcoin dumps Hex is screwed, because that's not really historically been the case lately, right? So it's been bullish, so it could still have more upside. That's it. What's up, Murad? Yeah, we'll look at American Airlines. Sure. Dead chat. Remember that time chat moved so fast? All the time. These are trying, troubling times. For sure. Next one. CXW. What the weekly? We got data. Yeah, we do. Wow, man. All right. So, what you got to see this asset do? One thing. It's got to get above 948, 950. You get above 948, 950, I think you got real good chance for upside. But that hasn't occurred yet, has it? Nope. Has not occurred on this asset. Now, if you think about it, let's see if there's next ABCD. I know it's a deep retrace, certainly. Yeah, a little too deep. 786. I mean, that's almost like a Gartley, right? Almost a Gartley. I mean, kind of is. A little too deep on B, but it's an M shape, right? So, again, I think you're screwed below 948 long enough, but if you break 948, I think that's where good things could happen. I think that's where there could be a major markup. Like, I'm thinking if the asset can get above 948, that's where it could rally to $30. I mean, almost straight up, straight down. You know, so, you know, you requested it. You said it's almost up 10% today, but it looks good to have jumped across a creek. I don't believe it jumped across a real creek. No, not at all. Supply line way up here. That's the major supply line there. Is it broken? Now, yeah, you're probably talking about another one where you just, okay, here. Sure, that jumped across the creek. I guess that supply line was broken, sure. But again, until you break 948, So let's watch it, wait and see. Anonymous. 2017, huh? No, dude, from 2017. Oh, I guess you're anchoring differently. I mean, he's anchoring from 2017, which is here. And if you did it like that, no, you didn't. You did not jump across a creek of any sort from 2017. So no, I don't think you've done anything technically good yet. You want to see this, if you really want to see this thing flourish, you want to see it break above 948 and then back test it as support. And then that could be the entry for a long, okay? Not until then. Not until that occurs. All right, so patience, but keep your eye on it. Sure, CXW. At least now you know what to look for if you want prosperity on this chart. Okay. You got less than 20 minutes till your daily candle close on Bitcoin. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Total has broken its own real supply line, as you can clearly see, yesterday and today indecision after a nice move up. That's not bad. And maybe tomorrow we back test $1.71, $1.78 trillion, the major inflection point. Okay. And you're about to go positive again on the daily for the first time since May 11th. See if we can get some real nice histogram islands that we've seen in the past. Be great. Okay. No surprise on this one. Where all my work go? I guess that got purged when I had to do a major purge of my data. This was amazing. This was one we had been talking about. Looked so good, just because of the extremely large harmonic structure, the bullish cipher pattern, shark cipher, whatever. Kind of a mini mix. Just because of where the pattern completion zone was, you had the COVID crash, right? Just remember, this is it. American Airlines, dude. This is like dreams. Got that low. So I mean, I think there's a tremendous amount of upside still on American Airlines. This asset could, dude. Historically, you break B right here. You break that B point where you're at right now. Straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. I mean, historically, almost every single time, pretty much every single time you've ever broken above $25, you've gone up to $56. Yeah, you've had ups and downs, but the downs never break below B and run up, and you eventually do test it. So I think the upside on American Airlines is still great. I think there's so much upside still on this. That's it.
BTC institutional alert in an SEC filing minutes ago. Guggenheim registered a new fund called the Guggenheim Active Allocation Fund. Cryptocurrencies through direct investments or indirect exposure such as derivatives contracts.
Reddit, thanks for the 5 and the update. Well, you know, that's cool. Cryptocurrencies through direct investments or indirect exposure such as derivative contracts. Derivatives never really good for crypto because it's like there's a finite amount of money, and so you normally want them to go to the underlying asset more so than a contract or derivative. So whatever. But cool, man, cool. Let's see how it goes. Go Guggenheim. This is your American Airlines on weekly. This is all you need to see. Anything above $19 is prosperity eventually. This would be a position hold. This would be an investment. This would be someone was holding on to for 6 months plus on a structure like this large. Okay, this structure goes back to 2008. This is like a Ford hold. This is like once buying Ford at the PCZ, and Ford's almost at the top of the structure. Eventually, American Airlines, something's going to happen, dude, and it's going to recover. That's it. American Airlines is bullish for now. Okay? That's it. And that was the last request. Boom. Alright, dude. Hour and 40-minute live stream. Thanks for getting me through it. We'll go back to Bitcoin for a second, just to look at it. Just where it's, you know, sitting sideways. Stuck between 30K and 40K. And it's methodically rallying here. And could go up to 38,554 if it's going to test some support resistance from history. That's the old Elon tweet. There's nothing really here. Like, so I would not be surprised to see it hit that 38,554, and it wouldn't mean anything. It would be meaningless because it's not making a higher high than the previous highs, the local ones. But it'd be testing a resistance that makes sense. The next resistance, there is none right now. Like, there's no resistance till 38,554. Not really. Okay, that's kind of it. So I won't be surprised if it continues to rally a little bit more to those levels, okay? And that's like, hey, maybe it goes like a couple $1,000s on Bitcoin. Let's go, dude, right? Cool. What's up, not Nippon Cowboy? You're not Nippon Nobody? What happened, dude? Something changed? Oh, Michael B, thanks so much for just right now as I'm speaking, joining Patreon. Boom. Please be sure to sync up the Patreon to the Discord. You must get in the Discord if you want the value that you seek. All right, it's all on the Discord. It's not on the Patreon website. It's just not. Okay? Thank you, dude. Sorry, Nippon, dude. Get wrecked, but in a positive way, all right? Oh, yeah. Sorry, Hageki, man. My bad, dude. We'll look at it right now. So easy to just miss them, dude. I don't know. Yeah, dude. Yeah. CDE. Oh, looks great. My God, it looks so good. Yeah, dude, this thing's setting 12 bucks. If it ever breaks $12, it's probably going up to $16.50. Yeah, it's a fantastic chart. Yep. Yes, extremely bullish. Lots of accumulation above the 200-day moving average, above $10 psychological resistance, also major inflection point from 2017. Major inflection point from 2008 and 9. I think you got to test $12. You break $12. I think you're probably going to see that 16 buck area. Okay. Yep. That's it. That's it. I wish there was more to it. Nice harmonic. Beautiful. Played out well. This sort of structure, all I see is just tremendous amounts of higher highs, higher lows. 200-day moving average being back tested as support early May for the first time since July last year. Held it very well. Hit its highest level today it had seen since the beginning of February 1st. And I think $12 is the target eventually on CDE. That's it. Miners look incredible. Miners look so good. Yep. Some look better than others, but man, this is a good one. It's been rolling, but man, IAG, that's up 3% today. Wow. Go figure. Good start to the trade setup, man. I can't even hear the music, dude. I wish I could, because it's such good music. Freaking love this band. Don's, I get you, dude. I don't even know anymore. It's so stupid. Oh my God. Well, I'm leaving. I won't be streaming here for about a week. I will be I'm leaving for Miami tomorrow. So for the Bitcoin convention or the Bitcoin funeral, like that, you know, it's gonna be like cloudy and rainy all week, evidently. And Vet Moonboy like just said randomly today. Okay, listen, the day before the trip itself is that Moonboy canceled. Yep. He canceled. So there you go. That's what people do, man, especially when the hype dies, you know, you lose half your value in like 2 weeks. Across this whole space. The hype's gone. Whatever, dude. All right. So thanks for all the patrons who have joined today. I really, really appreciate it. You know, lost a couple hundred patrons. Completely expected. I thought we'd lose more. So I really appreciate the 1,200 patrons that we have still. That is just incredible and speaks volumes to the faith you have in me and the support you're showing. It's just incredible, and I'm very, very grateful. All right. So, yeah, this is the first of the month, so it is the best day to join the Patreon, where you get trade setups, education, and access to a growing community of people that are trying to help you on your trading journey. So, you can get out of here. I've got some stuff I got to do. So I'll be back. Until next time, respect the T. A.
is JP. I'm a robot. I like robots. I have a robot vagina.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei!
And then, just like that,
Adios, turd nuggets.